Most salespeople lose a deal in the first 30 seconds and they don't even realize it. In this video, I'll show you how to properly run a meet and greet so customers relax, trust you, and actually want to work with you. So let's just go ahead and reframe your mindset and get rid of everything that you think you know about the meet and greet. So this is what the meet and greet is not. The meet and greet is not just introducing yourself. It is not just asking, how can I help you? And it's not just rushing to the product or price. The meet and greet is taking control. The meet and greet is establishing how the whole interaction with your customer is going to go. It's going to establish trust, and it's going to let the customer feel safe and respected. People buy from people that they like. So starting at the meet and greet, that's where they find out who they like in the first 3 to 5 minutes. Before we get into the solution, I would like to cover some common mistakes that we see with salespeople. Sometimes they talk too fast, they ask the wrong opening question, a lot of them sound scripted, jumping straight to the numbers or to the product, or treating it like a transaction instead of a conversation. With a meet and greet, it's not just trying to make a sale. You're trying to start a conversation with the customer. And here's the proper way to do that. So you don't want to start off talking too fast, looking anxious, looking scared. We need calm and confident, and we need you all to smile. Smiling is going to help. Your smile will change the whole room. If they see that you're smiling, that's going to change more things than you know. You need to match their pace as well. You have to be a chameleon to be a salesperson. So you need to kind of differentiate and see if this person's moving really fast. You need to move fast. If they're moving slow, they need to move slow. But it's different strokes for different folks. You wouldn't do an old person the same way you would do a younger person because you know they're completely different. You have to kind of match their pace. So this is how you do a proper introduction. So first thing you need to do is do a name exchange. So that starts off with, hey, how's it going? My name is Rashid, and you are? That's how I would do it. And then once they tell your name, start referring to them as their name, because this is the thing. People buy from people that they like, and they see you're calling them their name rather than not addressing them at all, just saying hey and not using their name. Now you're starting to build some familiarity. They'll start using your name as well, and you'll come off more as a friend rather than, you know, just a random stranger. Because when they first walk into your establishment, you are strangers, but you're trying to become a friend, because ultimately, regardless of making a sale, you want to make a friend. So that's why I try to treat sales. Make a friend, then you'll make a sale. That's my motto. Also use a light, natural tone. That means like, don't be, you know, too serious. Just be light, be natural. Talk to these people like they are your friend. I promise you, you will have success there. So this is the first question you should be asking the customer when they come inside the dealership. You should be asking them, instead of doing what the typical salesperson does, asking them what they're looking for today, you ask them what brought you in today. Because let me tell you, we're in an information age, guys. Everyone has social media. If you think they don't, everyone does. Everyone has watched YouTube videos, that have researched the vehicle way more than what you have even done. More than what your training have done. So you need to have an extensive amount of product knowledge. And I always tell people, go watch YouTube videos yourself, kind of get a gauge of what the customers are doing as well. But asking what brought them in today will tell you a lot about their information level. How much do they know? What do you need to teach them? You can also ask them, what are you currently driving? Because that'll tell you a lot too. If they don't know what particular vehicle they're interested in, asking them what they're driving, you can kind of see a similarity. If they're driving a Buick Enclave, well, you know that you need to get an SUV instead of getting a sedan. Asking them if they, you know, have kids and stuff later on in the process and stuff like that. That can kind of determine what vehicle to land them on so you get them on the right vehicle. You could also ask them a question like, have you already been shopping, or is this your first stop? Because that'll tell you if they are ready or they're just doing the information stage. Because some people are at different stages. You have to understand that as well. Some customers are going to come in and just getting information, and that's cool. Sometimes people are just getting information. I don't believe in being pushy or anything like that. That's okay. Make sure you give them all the information you need to make an informed buying decision. But if they've been shopping, and sometimes you'll have the ones that'll say, yeah, I've been shopping and I've been looking online. I've been looking for these particular vehicles, so I want to check these out. But this is the key to why I'm telling you to ask these questions instead of asking different ones. These questions invite conversation instead of defense. Because listen, If people could do this thing without you, they would. So the last thing you should be doing is making their defenses and their guards be up, because their guards up, you're not getting nowhere. So you're trying to invite a conversation and lower their guard down to advance to the next step. Sales is an advancement. We're trying to get from point A to point B, and point B is going to be the sale. So we're starting here, guys. We have to go from point A to point B. In order to do that, we have to ask the right questions. Here's what we do next to advance the meet and greet. Here's the thing, because everything we're going to do, and I'm going to break that down a lot in my training, is that we're trying to advance. We're trying to get to point B, and that's the end of the sale, the end of the road, where every salesperson wants to be, have their name on the board and have a sale. So to get there, we have to ask the right questions, like I told you all. Ask them questions like, what brought you in today? What are you currently driving? Have you already been shopping, or this your first stop? That kind of just gathers some information to see where they're at. Let's just use an example here. Let's say the customer says, yeah, I actually have been researching these vehicles. I've been researching the Hyundai Elantra. I really like that vehicle. It's a great vehicle. I've watched a lot of videos on it. I just don't know what trim level works best for me. This is what you tell them. Okay, I understand that. It makes a lot of sense. You did your own research. I love when people come in and do their own research, because they realize what an amazing product that we have here. Let's do this. How about you come inside? Let's narrow down what trim level works best for you and your family. We have a lot of vehicles on the lot, and it can take a lot of time going out there narrowing it down. And I like to save people some time. Most people's complaint at the dealership is the time it takes. So this is what we'll do. I'll get you to come in, sit down, get you a water or coffee. We'll find the vehicle, see what features best fit you and your family for this next vehicle, and I'll have that vehicle pulled up right for you. How does that sound? And most people will agree to that and come on inside and let you do your needs analysis and get to the point where you have land on the right vehicle. But the meet and greet, you have to advance it and let their guards down. If you don't let their guards down, you're not going nowhere. Because here's the thing, guys. You want to be in control this whole sale. Because guess what? If you're not in control, you lost a sale. If you just let them wander outside on the lot and look at all the vehicles, they're just going to look. And then they might find a car that costs too much, or they might find features in that car that they figured out they wanted, but they don't want to pay for them. So in order to land them on the right vehicle, getting them inside is the way to go. But that all starts with the meet and greet. If you can drop their defenses and take control right at the meet and greet, you're going to have a way better chance of doing a whole demo, presenting numbers and all that. So, like I said, it leads to better test drives, less price resistance, easier number presentation, and a higher closing ratio, and also getting more referrals. Because guess what? At the end of the sale, once you sell them, people are going to say, oh, well, this salesperson, he really got straight to the point. I wasn't here for hours. He made it quick and efficient, and that's what I like, so I'm going to send more people to him. And a lot of people in a car business want referrals. If you're in the car business right now, you want referral, because a lot of people that are top dogs that have repeat business. In order to get repeat business, you have to be quick and efficient. You're not going to get repeat business being the slowest Joe on the block. So that's going to be my recommendation right there. Ask the right questions, get the right answer, get them inside, find the right vehicle, and pull it up. And I always like to tell salespeople that are, trying to learn and how to be better, this is going to take time. It's going to be a process. You're not going to do it right the first time. You're going to probably have a script at your dealership that kind of goes over a meet and greet and how you should do it. But this is just some key takeaways that I would want you all to remember from this video. Just slow down. That's the main thing. Slow down. Do not talk so fast. Just slow down. Take a deep breath. Just try to get to know these people. Make a friend here. Don't be just trying to sell them. Make a friend. Ask some better first questions. Don't ask questions that are going to get you the right answer to move you forward. Don't ask questions that are not going to get you the right answer. Because if you just say, what brings you in today? That's just typical. They're going to say, oh, I want to look at cars. What you going to say then? What car? It's acting like you're just not concerned about nothing. You're just trying to make a sale. You're trying to make a friend here. So get their names, talk to them as a friend, talk to them like you knew these people for 10, 20 years. You better do it. Set expectations early. You're in control. They're coming to your house. The dealership is your house. It's not nobody else's house. If somebody come to your home, how would you want to take care of them? You want to treat them with respect. If your mom, grandma comes to your house to visit, you treat them with the utmost respect. So treat these people with the utmost respect and show them around your home. Show them that you know how to set expectations. We're going to treat this day however you want it to be treated. If you want it to be information day, if you want it to be find the right vehicle day, we're going to make sure you get all the information you need to make an informed buying decision. I'm going to show you why my product makes the most sense over all the competitors and why you should purchase this product. And also, I did mention control, but also comfortability. You want the people to feel comfort. It's not necessarily a control tactic. You make them comfortable, then you can move the sale forward. So it's like you're in control, but you're not really just forcing, like pushing. I'm not a pushy person. I don't go by being pushy, but you make them comfortable. You can lead people. Set expectations, you'll lead them. If this helped you become a better salesperson, hit the like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Comment me down below if you want me to send you a full PDF of my script that I use on a day-to-day basis on how to do the meet and greet. I will give you a full breakdown. And this is the foundation of selling, guys. We'll build everything else on top of this, but it starts here. I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Y'all be safe. Have a very blessed day. Rashid out.